Hello everyone, my name is Benjamin, Capsule Computers, and this is ManFightDragon, creator of Black Annex.
Yeah, my name is Lance McDonald. How you doing?
Right, so Lance, Black Annex, it's very, looking at it, the game, it's very reminiscent of older games like XCOM and, Syndicate, games like that.
Exactly.
Was that your inspiration going in, or?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, like, it's more the fact I wanted to make games like the games that I enjoyed when I was growing up, so that sort of came inherently with that. I grew up on Bullfrog games like Syndicate, Theme Park, Theme Hospital, so I really like the isometric style, and, that sort of game where you're curating a little team and a little business, and a lot of tactics involved in the actual gameplay as well, so that's definitely what I was going for here, yeah.
Cool. Now, a lot of the media and all the articles centered around the game so far have all been based on the fact that you've been programming this solo, you've been programming this in a language that isn't quite built for gaming. So what was your process behind that?
Yeah, well, I'm writing this in BASIC because that is the only way I really know how to make games. That is how I was making games when the games that inspired me when using BASIC was basically the way that people my age would make games, make little text adventures. I never really grew out of loving those games. I never really grew out of making games that way either. So yeah, I just got ridiculously good at BASIC and never really moved on from it far enough to do what I want to do in any other programming language with any other tools or technology. So when I sat down and wanted to make a game, I had to use the skills that I already had rather than spend a lot of time learning new skills, whereas I knew I could already do this with what I knew how to do. So yeah, it's been very, very hard, but yeah, we're slowly getting there, yeah.
So what are some of the limitations that you found with BASIC in programming a game so far?
Performance. It's incredibly hard to get the game to run at 60 frames a second as often as it can. Pathfinding and managing resetting huge amounts of information quickly. You don't have pointers or memory management at all, so yeah, you can really get some insane slowdown if you don't program things in a pretty efficient way. But yeah, performance is the main thing. Actual design doesn't really get limited by it. I just need to find creative solutions to get the job done. So yeah, at the end of the day, I want to have a sound game that runs pretty good, and yeah, it's hard work, but it's getting there. Yeah.
Cool. So obviously you have a background in programming in some way. Is that like just for fun, or are you a professional programmer, or?
Wait, what was that, sorry?
Do you have a background in programming? Are you a professional programmer or game developer?
I've never studied programming or anything like that. I've always been doing it as fun, I have a day job which I get to do programming in, but it's by no means my main role there. So I've mostly spent days just pottering around, making little engine tech demos and stuff like that, and just seeing what I can get creative with. So a lot of Googling has given me the skills to do this up to this point, yeah.
Cool. So this build of Black Annex, is this where you're currently up to in the project, or is this a build that you put together for this?
This is pretty representative of where we're up to for the engine tech. Like, all the features are pretty much in there. But I have a lot of maps that are finished now. This demo just has one single level at the moment, but yeah, we have probably 10 levels finished right now, and I'd like to have maybe 40, something like that. But yeah, this is a bleeding edge copy of the game. Definitely, it has a lot of game breaking bugs, that sort of thing, but it's at a point where you do get a sound idea of what's there and what's working and the overall concept of the game. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah. So final question. Is there anything that you would like to, just let us know about that you haven't had an opportunity to tell anyone about yet, or anything you want to shill?
Look, all I can really say is, like, if you want to keep up to date with Black Annex and find out things that hasn't, just check out blackannex.net, follow me on Twitter, maybe even vote for me on Greenlight if I'm lucky, and yeah, I'm always tweeting about it, always keeping people up to date with what I'm working on, always posting screenshots as I do new interesting things with such a horrible piece of technology. So yeah, blackannex.net, check it out there, and yeah, you get all the information you can right up to the very bleeding edge of information.
Cool. Thanks for your time.
No problem. See you later.